Hey everybody. I know that it would have been nice to tell you, but I just thought um let me just go a little spontaneous on y'all and just give you some updates pertaining to Q1. I apologize for not uploading last week. I was short on time to edit and film, so I didn't do that. But I thought, why not treat you to a live event? I think the last time I did that was the end of 2016, right at the end of December. And I just had a few things that I wanted to point out for y'all quickly today. Just wanted to hang out with y'all, get social. Feel free to leave some comments. Oh, let me see myself. Um, so literally what I wanted to do was just update you on things that are currently happening with me, things to look forward to, the plans that I have, the things I would just love to hear from y'all. So I'm trying to go to the YouTube page so I can see y'all while I'm doing this. I don't even know if y'all can hear me. Like, is it loud enough? Um, Sorry, I just want to go to my channel because I'm at you on Hangouts and I'm not gonna see nothing later. I'm not gonna see anything there, so the first thing I want to kind of say while I'm trying to sort this out, just to see if I can see so I can see. The first thing I want to kind of say while I'm trying to sort this out, just to see if I can see your. Alright. So I can see. Right. Okay. So here we are. The first thing I want to kind of say while I'm trying to sort this out, just to see so I can see your. Okay, I'm gonna have to mute one of these. I'm gonna have to mute one of these. Right. Okay. So here we are. All right. I want to kind of say while I'm trying to sort this out, just so I can see your. Okay, I'm gonna have to mute one of these. Hold on. I hope I don't end. Hey, sorry. Right, I'm sorry about that briefly. What happened was I'm going to keep on looking right here just to see if I see any comments from y'all. Okay, so sorry about that. We probably been like a few minutes into this now. And oops, can y'all hear me? Going to keep on. All right. Um, literally, I wanted to start off with this post that I had on Instagram, and it was literally about your favorite books as a kid. All right. I'm gonna show you the photo on my phone. I'm gonna show you the photo on my phone, just so that y'all will be able to recognize it. Okay, it's that one right there. I don't know if y'all can see it. So yeah, got like I have plenty of likes on the photo, but hardly anybody is commenting their books. Maybe because they're like me, they kind of forgot a few, or they know a title, don't know the author, don't know the author, know the author, but don't know the title. But either way, just drop an author that you love, and I'll find a way to find their books. Because seriously, the position I'm in right now is, I'm trying to write some posts that surround the theme of my book being published right now, and one of them is about like childhood books, because since I started my poetry since I was a kid, I have kind of lost, I've kind of lost, would I say, my my list of favorite books that I used to love reading. It's kind of one of those things, you grow up and you the more books you read, maybe not, but for me, the more books I read, the more I kind of forget, because I'm constantly growing in my knowledge. I'm constantly growing in how my mind is being challenged. So for me, it's a process of, I declutter my mind to take in new concepts. So I unlearn the old, relearn the new, keep some of the old, relearn most of the new. So it's a case of that I've read things that are not within my creative field of poetry, but more like in sciences and stuff like that, in real life. So real life, real funny word. So I've diversified in my reading, in my interests, in things to constantly challenge my brain, challenge my mind. So in the process of that, I don't remember what books I've read as a kid, and I don't want to miss out some and realize, hold up, I said to my readers that this was my favorite, but I actually found out this is my favorite. So that's why I wanted you guys to share with me what your favorite books are from your childhood. So feel free to leave those as comments on the live stream now, or if you're watching this later, feel free. Come on, drop a comment down below of your favorite book or books. I don't care if you got a gazillion, like, right, I don't care. Spam me with, well, it's not really considered spamming because you helping me out, but if within the comment box, within that box that it gives you, if you get limited on characters, write as many books as you can in one comment, start another comment, write as many comments as you can, as you want, of all your favorite books of your childhood. And just leave them down below. I will appreciate it all. I don't care if I got 10 comments from one person. It's helpful. So just go ahead. Just throw it down. Just throw it all down. All your favorite books from when you were a child. I need to play y'all some music, because I was talking to my Instagram peoples, and I said to them that there was a song. It's also surrounding ways to help you get to know me, as surrounding the release of my book. So I wanted to perform one of the pieces in the book to this, because I was going through my manuscript, and I happened to be listening to a song by Kristen Gray called Attributes. Then I don't know if you guys are avid SoundCloud listeners, but once your song finishes, unless you loop it, there might always be a song that is in the related tracks that plays, and that track is, it might be in the same genre, it might be something new. And this particular day, this played, and then when this finished playing, another dope track played, and another one. And I was like, that's the first time it's happened to me, because sometimes I listen to related tracks, and I'm like, well, can you take it back to the song I was listening, please? Because this music ain't great. But this day, it was my blessed day, because I'm not lucky out here. I'm blessed. So I'm gonna play it for y'all. It's dope, right? Dude's name is Kiefer. You can find him on SoundCloud. Kieffer. In fact, let me drop this link down below in the description box. And since I like to spill, so literally the track I want to do this to, the piece I want to perform to this track right here is called Summer Charm. So when you pick up Pebble's book this summer, summer 2017, watch out for that piece. And if you think I forgot, keep on reminding me. Be like, yo, Pebbles, I need you to get that track out ASAP. So he's got some dope stuff. All right. So I heard that, and I was like, yo, okay, we need to do something to this. So I heard the track, and I don't know if y'all know me, but I love tracks with lyrical content. You know, they spitting game. Not spitting game, but they spitting fire. So so you got that beautiful lyrical content, presentation, rap that makes you think as you speak. And I think that's kind of how I have constantly been encouraged to constantly tell stories within my pieces. If it's not telling a story, it doesn't matter if it's a short one, but if it doesn't tell a story, then I sometimes feel like my piece is incomplete, because there are some pieces that are just not good enough they're not just good enough for you to just write. Sometimes they just need a little extra something, little salt bae. Anyway, just a little salt, a little season season it, put it in season. So add some life to it and just make it what it is. And I've been one of those writers who I say that I don't edit my pieces, I just write. But of recent, I realized that I kind of do editing more. Before I didn't used to edit my pieces, but I know people who will full out like highlight lines in their piece. I want to take this out, I want to put this in. And I didn't become that person until maybe last year, I'd say, when I was really ready to grow. I saw the growth in my writing. I saw the growth in my ability to try different styles of poetry. So you might have seen Sudokus from me. I have to thank the 2 communities who welcomed me in, because when I was first on Google Plus, I didn't really badly want to be in a community, but you see something on a social platform and you're like, oh, I wouldn't mind being part of that. Like you're in a comedy section of YouTube, like Miss Superwoman over here getting her live, how to be a boss. And you see these different cliques, should I say, of people, and you're like, I want to be part of a clique, but not badly. You're just like, oh, okay. You're just like, okay, I'd like to, I like to be able to identify with somebody. But I was just like, I didn't want to join, because most of them were they had like, it felt like a set of rules that kind of made you feel, okay, you inadequate over here. Don't even bother. So a lot of the communities I was seeing, they were very rule centered. Don't just promote your stuff, promote other people's stuff. And at that time, all I had was me to promote. I hadn't grown on social media. So imagine this is 2012 when I joined at first, and I took the bold step of actually starting to share my content with everybody, well, with the world. And here I am, 4 years later and some months. It's going to be 5 years this June, July, kind of. July for my blog, but June in general for everything. Here I am 5 later, 5 years later. I'm still learning some things. I'm still getting better with the social media, but I realize that the more I want to learn about it, the more that sometimes I unconsciously do things that are in the time, that are working along with the trends of the time that we're in. So take, for example, I knew from 2016, the end of 2016, when I was watching a Periscope by Mattyology, who has now rebranded as The Matty James. I knew that this year I'd have to try and do more live stuff. So, it's kind of because of her that I kind of did this today, and I didn't try to plan. I just said, I'm going to be real. And it took me, y'all want to know something? I was ready 20 minutes before I started this stream. I was ready to start it. Then I was stuck on naming it. And I was like, what am I going to name it? Because it needs to be something that my peoples will find easy. It will be easy for my peoples to find. Sorry. And it needs to have a name that doesn't just seem like I just threw things together. And just in case you're thinking what Q1 is Q.1. I was going to write quarter, then it looked kind of long. So I was just like Q1, Q.1. Even the financial folks call it Q1. So we're going to assess the first quarter of 2017 later on in this stream. So literally, I've grown over these years, taking that chance to share and come out of my shell with my gift, and just constantly learn, which is the reason, like what I was telling you with reading books, is kind of why I kind of lost the memory of some of those things. But can we go back to what I was talking about before, which was about the piece, I believe. And I said, so literally you can look forward to my book in spring, summer 2017. You can feel free to go ahead and drop those books down below to let me know what's good with y'all. But literally through this growth, I have to say thank you for everybody who has constantly helped me to grow in my writing styles, which is why I have to say thank you to these two communities. Actually, there's a third one, but I hardly post in that community. I need to start posting there. And I think mainly because I'm the type of person, like I had said, who was barred by the rules of don't just share your stuff, share other people's stuff. And I've understood that. And I didn't realize that was naturally within me as a creative anyway. I love sharing my content as well as content that I feel like I learned something from, that I'm like, okay, my readers, my listeners, the people who watch me can also, benefit from this. So I share it. Like yesterday, I shared something by Miss Andrea Lewis on Twitter and my Google Plus page. Like I said before, my Google Plus page is not like anybody else's. I don't just have my YouTube videos order posted there. That's it. I will interact with you. I am part of these communities, which I'm really happy about. So it constantly challenges me and keeps me writing. So I tend to share some of those pieces. I kind of extend them, make visuals for them, and present them on Instagram. So You would have seen me try the Sudoku last year, which is Japanese. I tried the haikus, and I want to try tankas, which I think is another Japanese style. I'm gonna try some of those. So I have the I would love to publish a collective of haikus of mine, like a full blown collection. So if you'd like to see me challenge myself to do that, then go ahead and maybe give me some themes, some prompt words. Like, oh, come on, I'm giving you so many reasons to comment today. Come on. So let me know if you'd like me to do that collective of haikus, or you'd like me to do a series of maybe, oh, I could do a visual series of haikus on my YouTube channel for y'all. So I could do like a haiku series. And you know, haikus are so short, so it's not like a long free verse piece or prose or something that I can extend. It's like 3 lines altogether, like I think, let me get it right. 575. So it's 17 syllables altogether. And that I can't really stretch a piece like that. I'd be done in like 10 seconds or something performing that. So maybe I do, I don't know, 5 minutes worth of haikus and just transition. You know, I get creative for y'all. Just let me know. So I tried Japanese poetry last year. I tried acrostic poetry. I love acrostic poetry, actually. I've done it before. I tell you to go on my blog and try and see if you can. I'm going to give you that challenge. Yes, I will. Go on my blog. I believe it would have been a post from, I'm making this too easy for y'all. Okay. In the second half of 2015, there is a piece of poetry, or two. Yes, I think, okay, I got one in mind. There's a piece of poetry that is acrostic, but I hid it. I didn't make it bold. I didn't make it obvious. And there was 2 words in the acrostic poem. I want to see if you can find it. So on my blog, which is always in the description box, which will be in the description box after this this live stream, I want you to try and find it and see if you can figure out which one of my poems from 2015, the second half of 2015, is an acrostic poem. I give you that challenge. And for anybody who's not too sure what an acrostic poem is, it's literally, it can spell diagonally, or it can spell down it could be the first letters, it could be within a triangle or a slope. It could go through the word, so you could have something like apples. So you could have apples like all in this margin, just down here spells, and then there's a piece written from it. Or you could have the A, then P, then L and E S, and it just kind of spells that way within the lines. It can be in so many different ways, but I promise I made it easy for y'all who are going to go and try and find it in the second half of 2015. So I tried acrostic poetry. I always love secret treats in my poetry. I love to do that in my pieces. And I don't make it obvious about the deeper things I talk about in my pieces. You just have to ruminate and reflect and just take your time through it and just enjoy yourself. So where can you find me? Just for anybody who is, I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt. You know, you went through Q.1, you watched this girl's face, you were like, okay, see a new face, somebody new to subscribe to, but where can I find her? Okay, I can tell y'all where y'all can find me. You can find me on YouTube. Haha. You can find me on Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram, Google+, Twitter. I have a Pinterest, if y'all are on there. So you can help me to repin my stuff You can invite me to any of your creative groups if it's anything to do with writing, creative concepts, art. I love art, so anybody who can expose me to any nice art on Pinterest, especially African American art or Black art, should I say? Um, because I see lots of great pieces and the artists are great, but there's a special something I'm looking for. So yeah, I'm a little picky with my art. So yeah, I think that's it. But in the description box, all of my links will be down below where you can find me. But those are the main places that you can find me. You can find me on Snapchat. Um, Pebbles wrote it, all lowercase, PebbleSWrotit. You see me? So Pebbles wrote it. You can spell it that way for Snapchat. You can find me that way on Instagram. You can find me that way on Twitter. You can find me that way on Pinterest. And oh, now you can easily find me that way on Facebook as well. So you can go ahead and like those pages, follow, share a few snaps with me, tag me in on Instagram poetry challenges or word prompts. I would love to do it. I may take a while to respond because I don't like to rush when I write and somebody's tagged me in something. I like take my time, make the person proud, make them feel like okay, it was worth tagging Pebbles. So yeah, that's what it is. And currently, what is I doing? What is I doing? Currently what I'm doing is working on this book. And while I'm working on this book, I'm constantly reading into how to figure out my launch. I'm working on trying to get my launch organized for my book. Sorry if I'm talking a little long my throat. Yeah, so um I'm currently working on my book. I'm currently trying to fulfill challenges like I told you on my Google Plus communities. They probably noticed that I haven't been as active as I usually am, like every week posting something, but I'm trying to stop being overwhelmed by trying to write my own free pieces and try and use um, the prompts to be my writing exercises for the week, for the day, for each moment that I like to sit down and write and challenge myself and just keep my craft going. So that's what I've been up to. I've also been, I had a plan for some of my blog posts this year, but some of them are not going to plan. Like, take, for example, I was supposed to write a piece for a seat at the table. And I'm just trying to gather my ideas together. So I should come with that shortly. I have a few other pieces that I wanted to do, but I don't know what to write about them. So I'm now constantly trying to find ways to fill those blog post spots. Oh, talk about my blog. I hope you guys checked out my Q.1 blog feature winner, who was ViaLeeny of ViaLeeny.com, I believe. She is on Instagram. You can find her link below, actually. I'll be sure to include that too. I met her on Instagram, and wow, I think social media is amazing these days. I mean, especially for me. I feel that way. I've met so many people who in such a short period of time, and we've just clicked. We may not talk all the time, we may not message each other all the time, we may not always tag each other all the time, but it's got to that stage where it's like we kind of understand each of us doing a lot of things. I like the fact that the people I'm connected with have lives outside of Instagram, and I feel it when they come back, I feel that I'm like, yes, they went on a voyage, a bon voyage. They went on a journey in life, and then they came back and shared some of that knowledge on Instagram in their posts and their pieces, and even when they come to say hi and stuff like that. So I met her on Instagram. I think she followed me. I followed her back. I always tend to follow people back on Instagram. So feel free to follow me on Instagram. And I think one of the first things that made us bond was a love for God, a love for growth as young women, a love for being able to be vulnerable, even if not in front of man and in front of mankind. It's we're able to be vulnerable before God and just let our guards down and just do us, just be us. And yeah, and it's grown, and it's a constant love for the journey through life and what we learn and how we can share that with our world and how we can share that with other people. So that is one of the things that I like about Instagram. Sometimes you don't remember how you met, but the journey together is amazing. Q.1. Yes, we're here now. I just have about 3 more things I want to talk about with y'all, and then I'm going to end the stream so I don't hold you too long. Q.1 for me was, okay, let me start in January, okay, let me be real with y'all. For those of you who follow me on Snapchat, you knew. I think the second week of January, either something was playing with me or my body was like, slow the heck down. I had this really bad headache. I couldn't explain it. It had my nose a little bunged up too. My body was a little weak. And I was just like, what's happening? I was on a roll. I was like, 2017, let's get this. Let's hustle out. Like, let's hustle this out. Let's do this. Let's do this. And that happened to me. And I was just like, I can't even make a blog post because my head hurts and the light from my laptop is not helping. So I can't stare for long. I was like this. I really, you can't look at it properly. So that happened to me in January. Managed to bounce back. Didn't let that hold me down for too long. I did a lot of catch up, I believe, into the end of January. So some of my book plans were a little behind. But in order to not let that get to me, I had to kind of let it go behind me and move on. So January, I didn't make resolutions. I didn't even plan out my weeks. But that is because I was in a space where I was just like, let whatever's going to be, let it be. That helped, because had I tried to organize my life, I would have made myself more confused. I would have made myself a more confused form of a human being than I could even imagine. So I'm happy I didn't try to go straight into the year and be like, yeah, I know what I'm doing. No, I don't know what I'm doing. This is a new year. You got to approach it a new way. You got to try and plan things in a new kind of way. So 2017 January was a lot about just letting go. Don't expect anything to go to your plan. Let it go according to the plan of the Lord, the Most High, the maker of the universe itself. Just slow down. So that was Q.1 for me. Q.2, February was lit. Okay, let me tell you a little something. I got back on track with some things. I made a few mistakes. I learned from those mistakes. I'm ready to move on. I attended a few seminars, which really got me thinking like, yes, I'm on the right track. Yes, I'm doing this right. So I had those seminars. I learned a few things from them. I was able to move forward. Actually, in January, I produced some really nice Instagram posts, and I was really happy about that because I put out pieces and visuals that I was like, okay, I don't know where this came from, but let's keep this going. February, I also had some great visuals too on Instagram. I started reading again this year, so I'm currently reading. Oh, my book is over there. Wonderful. It's called Scarlet and Black. It's my third book of the year. I should have been further with it, but let's not even talk about that, okay? So I learned a few things from those two books that really challenged my thinking for 2017. I had some new responsibilities placed on me, which I was really happy about, which are taking up more of my time. I'm realizing that you have to cut some dead weight in the process of gaining new packages, because you don't want to end up in an environment full of hoarding material that drains you. I don't know if you understand what I mean. It's like baggage. So you have to let some of that go. It can be people, it can be things, it can be mindsets, ideologies that you have. So I had to let some of those things go. February was pretty great. I was able to move forward with a few of these seminars. I had a few more seminars in March too. Q1 has been a lot about letting go of some 2016 behavior and taking on 2017 behavior. It has been about taking care of one's mind, taking care of my heart, taking care of my creativity, and growing in it, and challenging my creativity in a new way. So Q1 has been about, it's literally been letting go of trash, like trash that is from you, trash that is from your environment, trash that's from things that you thought was pretty dope, but then you reflect on it, you're just like, you need to grow out of your old skins and get you some new skins. So it's been growth, and I'm ready to go into the second quarter of 2017 and ensure that I don't make those mistakes, that I don't go back, and I don't constantly worry about trying to get things done. Just do it. Stop talking about doing stuff and just do it. It's a year of, and I had a lot of cases where at this first quarter tried to make me feel like what I want to do and what I want to achieve by the end of 2017 is impossible. So I took strength that I was gaining from 2017, and I thankfully had that. So that's helped me to kind of just silence the voices of doubt, silence the voices of wasting my time, filling up my space and my ears with unnecessary noise. So I now move, and we are a few days away from the end of the first quarter, and I want to still try and get things done. I still want to try and complete some tasks so that by the end of the next quarter, hopefully I will have news on the venue, news on the time, news on the date of the book release, the book launch. Oh my wow. Life is good. So that's me. That's been me in Q1. Plenty of growth, letting things go, and looking forward to taking some big steps creatively in the second quarter of 2017. Being able to come back and reflect with you. I'm working on ideas of ways to present new things, new content. And if you got any questions for me, leave them down below. Let me try looking at the stream. Okay, nobody left any comments, but that doesn't mean your comments are not welcome. Feel free to go ahead and leave some comments. Feel free to leave some comments. They are welcome. So whether you're watching the stream right now or Hey, if you're watching it later, um, feel free to leave me some questions, some comments about the books you're reading and the books that you read as a kid in your childhood that you enjoyed, things that you loved. What books you look forward to reading? What new books are you looking forward to reading? What new author are you reading for the first time, or you look forward to reading for the first time, who you're not sure about their work, or you're excited to read their work? Whatever it is, let's talk about books. Hit me with the bookstagram if you want Instagram. I love creative pictures of books and landscapes and books. Um, I'm working with one of my last editors now for my book. I am going to meet my graphic designer soon. Maybe I'll snap that day when I go to meet her so you can see her. And yeah, she's a pretty dope human being. Yeah, she's amazing. So I'm gonna meet her again to make some final changes on book design, the interior, the cover, the fonts, and just kind of make some last minute magic with her. I am planning to get a trailer done. I need to fit in a photo shoot. I need to work on my bio. Yes, for my Amazon. Yeah. So we got, I've got to be able to give you the good juice on what Pebbles is about. How you doing? So yeah, it's just more now. There's minor changes to be made with the book and more changes to be made with me as the author. So just trying to put together my profile and help you to understand me and to make sure that this event is everything that is a reflection of who I am, what I love, and hopefully give you an opportunity to see where we have similarities, where we have differences. And I really do look forward to meeting all of you. I'm going to try, I don't want to stream the event. I'll tell you why. I don't want to stream the event because I don't like the thought of this graininess here. If I'm going to share the event with you, I want to have it filmed and then I'll upload it to YouTube. Don't know how many days that will take, but I'll do it. I'll do it so that all my people who are unable to make it to the launch can still join in. So I do hope to bring that to you. I have some nice ideas about that, which will make it even more better for you, I hope. So yeah, technically nobody will miss the launch, especially if you love Pebble's work. And yeah, so right now with the book, we are working on the little parts of the book. We're working on the author of the book, which is me. And with the next check-in, I hope to have had a visual before that you would have been able to see where the launch venue is, the time, the dates, possible tour information. Who knows? I might have a book tour. Yeah, 2017 is not a year of small things. So if you're small-minded, if you still want to do things on a small scale, you're going to get left behind, boo-boo. You're going to get left behind. And with the next check-in, like I said, I'd like to tell you about the launch. I'd love to be able to tell you that the book is done. I will not show you a copy until launch day or on my Snapchat. So follow me on Instagram and Snapchat. I always have ways of making y'all laugh there. I always try to do that for you. And I will leave everything that I've discussed about in the description box below. I want to hear from you. What do you look forward to seeing on my channel? What would you like to, what would you like me to upload more of? Do you like more of my audio visuals? Would you like to see me perform? Would you like to see me do more shows? Because if you say that, then me and you are friends right now, because I'm really trying to get out of this shy homebody person that I am, and I'm going to try and do more shows. That is something that I made as a promise to all the people who love me, who were like, you're a dope writer, but I haven't seen you perform your stuff yet, boo. So I'm going to try and do more shows. I'm going to try and have more events to share with you. I'm going to try and document more than just poetry on my Instagram. I'm going to try and show you where I'm at, the fun that I'm having, the fun that you can come out and come see me have and have with me. Yeah. So what would you like to see for my channel? What would you like to see with Pebbles? Leave your comments down below. I will leave links. So I think we're going to say goodbye and have a great Tuesday. I'm kidding. Wednesday. Wait, let me be sure it's a Wednesday. Is it a Wednesday? It's a Wednesday. And 2 more days left to finish this quarter. What are you going to do to learn from the first quarter? And what are you going to challenge yourself to do in the second quarter? Let me know. You're going to try and do more shows. You're going to try and read more. You're going to try and go back to doing a little art every day. Challenge yourself. Is there anything you really love creatively that you have put to the side because of your professional life or your business or your career? Pick it back up in quarter 2. Use it as a pastime. Use it as a creative outlet that you can just use to unwind and just sit back and chill and enjoy. You don't have to take yourself too seriously. Life is too short, boo-boo. You never know when the end is coming. It could be tomorrow. It could be anytime in the future now. So live every day like it's your last and enjoy yourself. Don't be too hard on yourself. I keep learning that time and time again. So thank you everybody for joining me. Everybody that's going to join me, thank you for watching. If you got this far, much love. And connect with me. The link's down below. Let's get it. Okay. Bye. Peace out. It's your girl Pebbles. And what can I tell you to look forward to this week? What's up for this week? Look out for Instagram posts. Look out for a poem on Google+. Look out for some hilarious tweets. And I will share this on my social media so it'll be easy for you to share with anybody else who you feel, would love to know a little bit of the things that I said in here or need to see it, or anybody who wanted to see it. I don't know. Share with anybody you like. Much love.